Through 24 hours of giving, the Greater Manhattan Community Foundation was able to raise more than $1.7 million for 90 area nonprofit organizations through the 12th annual Grow Green Match Day. GMCF President and CEO Vern Hendricks says it was a good day of charitable giving and enough for them to surpass last year's total of $1.4 million.
So yeah, this has been a great day. These 90 nonprofits have got funds that they've never had before, so it's just such a generous community giving day, and we're very thankful that so much support came out for them.
Donations were matched up to 50% through the Howe Family Foundation. Hendricks says some of Manhattan's most vulnerable populations are being impacted.
Be Able is doing well. Manhattan Emergency Shelter, Shepherd's Crossing is always shows well. Fairy Godmothers. So the money will be spent very wisely for our friends and neighbors that have the greatest financial needs, and that's the good part about it.
Final official totals are pending as funds that were mailed in still need to be tallied. You can view the full leaderboard at growgreenmanhattan.com. Damage from last Thursday's severe storms led Potawatomi County commissioners to sign a disaster declaration Monday. Emergency Management Director Jennifer Murrow presented the declaration for approval after straight-line winds downed power lines and caused extensive damage, especially in St. Mary's, where they had damage also to the local schools.
We had substantial damage pretty much anywhere east of from Louisville onto the county line, and we had several power outages.
Murrow says by the end of the day Friday, around 1,000 people were still without power. Blue Stem Electric Cooperative has estimated the cost of their damages to be around $50,000. The National Weather Service assessed damage and determined it to be the result only of straight-line winds.
The city of St. Mary's, around maybe that high school area where they had roof damage, they estimated maybe a downburst that had happened there of winds. So up to maybe 95 mile per hour winds there, but otherwise 70 to 80 mile per hour winds with straight line winds.
If the state of Kansas should decide to provide public assistance through FEMA, the disaster declaration will cover any damages as long as the county reaches the required threshold. Riley County Commissioners on Monday approved an enhanced enforcement measure for the parking lots at both the Riley County Health Department and Historical Museum. The new rule adds a $50 per day fine for a vehicle parked in one of those two lots without approval. If a car is parked for more than a week, the fine increases to $500. County Councilor Clancy Holman says the new rule, effective Monday, is meant to keep K-State students from using the health department and museum lots for long-term parking. The new rule does not involve towing away vehicles parked in prohibited spots. Riley County Police are seeking the public's help identifying suspects in a pair of weekend crimes. Police say a masked man entered a Manhattan convenience store Saturday just before 6 o'clock, stealing $1,100 worth of lottery tickets. That happened at the U-Stop at Fort Riley Boulevard and Richards Drive. So far, police have made no arrests in that case. An investigation is also underway after a 22-year-old woman reported early Sunday morning that an unknown motorist drove up beside her and shot at her vehicle, striking it once. That incident was reported around 2 a.m. in the 3000 block of Tuttle Creek Boulevard near Marlatt Avenue. Police are asking anyone with information in either case to contact Crime Stoppers. The Wabaunsee County Sheriff's Office captured 11 pounds of cocaine early Sunday morning. That, according to their official Facebook page. Dickinson and Marshall counties assisted with the bust that saw one suspect taken into custody without incident. The suspect was reportedly stopped on I-70 at mile marker 322, where police canine units detected the drugs in the vehicle. The suspect is currently being held within the Wabaunsee County Jail pending bond. State lawmakers will head back to Topeka later this week for veto session. Earlier this month, Governor Laura Kelly announced a veto of Senate Bill 233, which would place limitations on gender-affirming care for minors, including access to surgery, hormone treatments, and puberty blockers. In her veto statement, Governor Kelly has said the bill was based on a politically distorted belief that the legislature knows better than parents how to raise their children. State Representative Kenny Titus says the governor has framed a false narrative.
It's to protect parents' rights. It's a constitutional right for parents to be able to raise their children, and we have to have these protections in place so that an overzealous state government doesn't step in and take your child away because they don't think you're parenting the correct way. And that's really the reason that this bill is important. It doesn't prevent any medical health services that may be needed, and it doesn't stop 18-year-olds and up from doing anything they want.
Titus pointed to California law approved last year that instructs courts to consider, among many other factors, whether a parent affirms a child's gender identity when making custody and visitation decisions.
The government in Indiana did the same thing. They took away a child from parents that had religious reasons. They weren't gender affirming enough in the state's eyes, and they took away their child. And so if it can happen in Indiana, it can certainly happen in Kansas.
The legislature appears to have the votes necessary to attempt a veto override.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your check of sports headlines. K-State women's basketball coach Jeff Mittie adding one of the nation's top returning scorers to his team's roster. Tamira Poindexter has transferred for the upcoming season, her final of eligibility. In this past campaign, Poindexter set Tulsa records for points in a single season, field goals made in a season, and three-point field goals made in a season. Those efforts landed her the AAC Player of the Year honor. She was also named Women's Basketball Coaches Association All-America Honorable Mention. She leaves Tulsa, ranked second in school history for points per game at 21 per contest, tied for ninth in school history for blocks in a season with 53. K-State right-handed pitcher Jackson Wentworth was named the Big 12 Pitcher of the Week, having given up just one run on 3 hits over 9 innings of work spread across 3 games. On the week, Wentworth struck out 13 and posted a 2-0 record. He punched out 7 of the first 9 batters he faced against Oklahoma State in making his first start of the season. The Cats host Omaha tonight, coverage at 5:30 on News Radio KMAN. Bo Bichette had a bases-clearing triple. Dalton Varsho hit a 2-run homer. The Blue Jays over the Royals at Kauffman Stadium last night 5-3. Same 2 teams meet tonight. And the Chiefs announced Monday that they've signed Coach Andy Reid, General Manager Brett Veach, and Team President Mark Donovan to contract extensions. The team did not say how long the deals would last or provide any other details. That group heads into next season trying to guide the team to become the first to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.